when a desire pops up, we usually have them very closely related to what we already are. But what about these grand desires from wherever you are experiencing yourself? How does one move into a version of yourself that quite honestly doesn't really reflect who you are right now, right? So, I had the idea of becoming an F1 driver, at least to explain the idea behind what it is I'm talking about, right? So, let's say the desire pops up, I want to be an F1 driver. You don't have the skill. You don't have a car even. You might be in a country that doesn't even support F1 driving. But the only evidence that you require is that in your awareness, you have this desire, you have the awareness, you have the feeling, you have the knowing that there is a version of you that is driving an F1 car. You can imagine it, you can think about it, you can assume it, you can affirm it. You have the knowing of an idea of yourself driving an F1 car as an F1 racer, right? No evidence whatsoever other than the awareness of the idea itself. Now, as part of the lesson here, using this as an example, relating to everything, so what if you don't have the skill? So what if you don't have the car? So what if your country does not support the idea? The whole point is that a desire is telling you to suspend your disbelief and believe in your own awareness of the idea itself. Does it diminish the desire that these things exist, these circumstances are in your perception? No. Does it dissolve the possibility? Not even slightly. Because if you can imagine it, if you can really feel yourself in the cockpit, tearing down the track, it must exist. The version of you is already real in your awareness, right? You might hear, but I don't even have the skill to imagine it properly, from the little voice inside of your head, right? It doesn't matter. If you can imagine being skillful, the idea, it doesn't have to be literal, right? It is only the idea of what it is you are experiencing within. Okay, you can feel that knowing even faintly. That's enough. Break the loop. Don't fight how you expect yourself to feel, even with the doubt. You can accept honestly, physically you haven't experienced this thing as of yet, but you know the idea is within you and it is your preference to experience this desire physically. Assume that it's unfolding perfectly, right? The 3D mind is going to, I can't do it. And then, even if you can do it, maybe you won't make it. And even if you do make it, what if you don't win? And even if you win, what if you can't do it again? You see, your three-dimensional mind is always going to land on the one side of that next step is out of reach. Because for the three-dimensional mind, that next step is literally out of reach for it. It can only assume what it is currently in awareness. Look at it like this. Your three-dimensional mind is more akin to a non-fictional book, right? It's very literal. It's only evidence of what it is and has become aware of over the experience of yourself right now. Okay, it's more of a history book than anything, right? Your three-dimensional mind, it just tells you a version of history that it's aware of. Just like history books themselves, it's only telling you one version of history that whomever wrote it was aware of at the time. It's not fact. It's not hard fact. Things changing all the time. So, if you know that loop never stops, if you know it just morphs into something else, you know it's not evil. You know it's not. It's not holding you back. It's just thoughts. Okay, it's logic trying to make sense of infinity backward, forward, and now, while all this exists simultaneously. You don't have to live in that cycle. You can live by imagination. In that sense, I mean, what you imagine yourself to be doing with the intention of this is who I am, and I accept that my intention of who I am is real. I accept that version of myself is real. That's your intention, right? The trick isn't to fix the doubt. It is to see it, feel it, know it's there, and still move forward in your identity. That no. With the doubt, with the fear, I am who I say I am. So let my mind be confused, let my mind be flustered. I'm not my three-dimensional mind. I'm just the awareness that has a three-dimensional mind to experience the three-dimensional moment right now. Without your three-dimensional mind, you wouldn't be able to physically experience driving a car at any speed, right? So when you start choosing a source and you picked a new identity, the identity that knows I am all things, right? You are choosing a source, you are choosing an experience to unfold the identities that lead you to that desired frame where you already exist and exist as. So you are the frame of reality. So you aren't forcing the steps in between from here to there. You are becoming aware that those steps from here all the way to there are all you, all right now, and they are created for your actual experiencing of that idea. Remember, if you have an idea of a story, you need the first page, the middle pages, and the last page to actually experience the story. Any singular page has no meaning without the rest of it, but they all just exist simultaneously, but without context, right? So, what now happens when you identify with this person, with this identity? You aren't going to wake up in the morning and there's an F1 car in your driveway. That'd be very cool, but no, not out the realm of possibility, but highly unlikely that there's going to be an F1 car in your driveway, right? But you do wake up as that identity, and you do wake up in that reality where it's unfolding and rearranging specifically around you for that to be true for you, for your experiencing. Okay, you wake up in a world where every single moment, every tiny choice is aligning with that outcome without needing to hunt it down. It's going to come to you. It must come to you. You don't have to go and look for it. Okay, the version of you that is already moving, you're just being led as that identity, as the character down every scene where it becomes real, because you've made a real decision that this is who I am. Right? It's not about the evidence. It's not about the proof. It's not about when will I feel like an F1 driver. You're not going to feel like an F1 driver. You are an F1 driver. An F1 driver doesn't feel like an F1 driver. They're just an F1 driver. When they wake up in the morning, they're an F1 driver. They aren't sitting in the car, right? They just know that's who they are. You accept it. That is you now. You've made this choice that I have accepted that I am this version of myself. The skills, the car, the events, everything will unfold from within me. Okay, that's the shift. If you're still looking for something to have been triggered, so that you know you have triggered something, that's still you looking for evidence in a three-dimensional world. It's not there. Okay. You just decide, I am who I have imagined myself to be. I've made that decision. It's not up to me anymore. It's to move. It's up to me to just move as that version of myself. You say, but what about the stuff that needs to happen? That stuff doesn't happen. It's just you. It's who you are. I am that identity that I imagine myself to be, and I'm walking in full faith in the assumption that it's going to unfold and rearrange around me. I am the miracle of imagining myself as I would like to be. So you imagine yourself tearing down the track, and you can do this. Imagine yourself, anyone can do this. Imagine yourself in a car, in a F1 car, moving very, very quickly, just with the intention of understanding, and taking a turn and taking another turn. You'll feel your body physically feel taking a turn. It may not be exactly how it would be in three-dimensional reality, but the idea is there, built in within you. Okay, that's enough. That's everything. That's unfolding moment to moment. Like it's like poetry. It just unfolds moment to moment, lap after lap, lap after lap, until you are literally standing next to an F1 car about to get in because you are going to race. It's the same thing with this specific person. It's the same thing with the money. It's the same thing with the job. It's the same thing with this. It's the same thing with that. It all exists now, and it all exists within your awareness. You are already that which you desire to be right now.